FBI Most Wanted Crimes Against Children. Number 1. Angel Gonzalez. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. First-degree aggravated sexual assault, second-degree sexual assault by sexual contact, second-degree endangering the welfare of a child. Dates of birth used: August 25, 1959, August 15, 1956, August 25, 1969. Place of birth: Aguada, Puerto Rico. Hair: brown. Eyes: green or blue. Height: 5 foot 10 inch to 5 feet 11 inches. Weight: 170 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white, Hispanic. Scars and marks: Gonzalez has a tattoo on his right shoulder. NCIC.W685787537. Reward. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Angel Gonzalez. Remarks. Gonzalez may require corrective lenses. He has ties to Essex County, New Jersey, Aguada, Puerto Rico, and Guarulhos, Brazil. Caution. Angel Gonzalez is wanted for allegedly sexually assaulting several young female victims in New Jersey between 1999 and 2006. For all of these assaults, Gonzalez has been charged multiple times in the Newark Municipal Court, Newark, New Jersey, with first-degree aggravated sexual assault, second-degree sexual assault by sexual contact, and second-degree endangering the welfare of a child. On February 8, 2010, a federal arrest warrant was issued for Gonzalez in the United States District Court, District of New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, after he was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Should be considered an international flight risk. Number 2. Melcher Datu. Possession of child pornography, rape of a child with force. Aliases. Melcher Juco Datu, Melcher Luico Dav, Javier Sanchez, Xavier Belcher, Fred Datu. Dates of birth used: January 27, 1971, March 3, 1971. Place of birth: Butuan, province of Agusan del Norte, Caraga region, Philippines. Hair: black. Eyes: brown. Height: 5 foot 3 inch. Weight: 140 pounds. Sex: male. Race: Asian. Occupation: handyman. Nationality: Filipino. Languages: English, Tagalog. Scars and marks: Datu has a scar under one of his eyes. Reward. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Melcher Datu. Remarks. Datu has ties to Massachusetts and New York in the United States, as well as the Philippines, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic. He fled the United States in 2009 and was last known to be in the Dominican Republic. Caution. Melcher Datu is wanted for allegedly downloading and possessing child pornography in Lynn, Massachusetts, in 2008. On December 18, 2012, a federal arrest warrant was issued by the United States District Court, District of Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, after Datu was charged with possession of child pornography. On June 23, 2017, Datu was charged with felony rape of a child with force by the Lynn District Court, Lynn, Massachusetts, and an additional warrant was issued for his arrest. Submit a tip. If you have any information concerning this person, please contact your local FBI office or the nearest American embassy or consulate. Number 3. Gustavo Cruz. Sexual exploitation of a child. Aliases. Gustavo Adolfo CRUZ-HERNANDEZ, Gustavo Cruz Aguilar. Date of birth used: October 27, 1975. Place of birth: Veracruz, Mexico. Hair: black. Eyes: brown. Height 5 foot 11 inch. Weight 210 pounds. Sex, male. Race, white, Hispanic. Occupation, migrant worker. Nationality, Mexican. Scars and marks. CRUZ has a mole on his right cheek. NCICW 180780752. Remarks. CRUZ is believed to possibly be residing in Mexico. Caution. Gustavo CRUZ is wanted for allegedly molesting an 11-year-old child and recording the alleged molestation on his cell phone in Indianapolis, Indiana from January 1, 2016 to March 29, 2017. A federal arrest warrant was issued for CRUZ in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana, on March 31, 2017. Number 4. ERIK Christian MOLLER. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, failure to appear, lewd act upon a child, 2 counts. Date of birth used June 24, 1967. Place of birth, Arcadia, California. Hair blonde/brown. Eyes blue. Height 5 foot 10 inch. Weight 140 pounds. Sex, male. Race, white. Occupation, aviation fuel business. Nationality, American. Scars and marks. MOLLER has a 3-inch birthmark on his lower back. He has a tattoo of a falling angel on an upper arm, and a tattoo of an Indian sitting on a horse on an upper arm. He has a scar on his upper left arm. Remarks. MOLLER may have traveled from Miami, Florida to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, in 2003. MOLLER is also known to have ties to Denmark. Caution. ERIK Christian MOLLER, a convicted child molester, is wanted for failing to appear for sentencing in San Luis Obispo, California, in 2003. Between the years of 1997 and 2000, MOLLER was entrusted to care for his female victim on almost a weekly basis while she was ages 10 through 14. He gave the girl drugs and/or alcohol prior to the molestations. On December 18, 2002, MOLLER was convicted of 2 counts of lewd act upon a child. MOLLER was released on bail until sentencing. On March 18, 2003, MOLLER failed to appear for sentencing related to the lewd act upon a child conviction. MOLLER was sentenced in absentia to 10 years in state prison. On March 19, 2003, a felony bench warrant was issued for MOLLER after he was charged with failure to appear. On April 24, 2003, MOLLER was charged federally with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution by the United States District Court, Central District of California, and a federal warrant was issued for his arrest. Number 5. Jose Antonio Barroso. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, rape. Aliases. James Von Kirk, Juan Antonio Barroso, Jose A. Barroso, Jose A. Barroso Martinez. Date of birth used January 10, 1973. Place of birth, Mexico. Hair black. Eyes brown. Height 5 foot 7 inch. Weight 150 pounds. Sex male. Race white, Hispanic. Occupation unknown. Nationality Mexican. Scars and marks. Barroso has a scar on his left cheek near his mouth. NCIC number W0471033701. Remarks. Barroso is believed to be in the Ensenada, Baja California, Mexico, area. Caution. Jose Antonio Barroso is wanted for his alleged involvement in a series of rapes involving a young girl in Fort Smith, Arkansas. The rapes allegedly occurred from the time the victim was 5 years old until she was 11 years old when it was reported. A state arrest warrant was issued by the District Court of Sebastian County, Arkansas, on November 30, 2004, after Barroso was charged with rape. Barroso was charged federally with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution by the United States District Court, Western District of Arkansas, and a federal arrest warrant was issued on February 1, 2005. Should be considered dangerous and an escape risk. Number 6. ELBY JESSIE HARS. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, criminal sexual conduct with a minor, second degree. Aliases: JESSIE ELBY HARS, ELBY HARS, JESSIE E. HARS, ELBY J. HARS. Date of birth used June 24, 1943. Place of birth: Bradford County, Florida. Hair: gray, balding. Eyes: hazel. Height 5 foot 8 inch. Weight 245 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white. Occupation: licensed commercial truck driver, hazmat certified. Nationality: American. Scars and marks: has scars on both of his arms. NCIC number W0214244981. Remarks: HARS may have a shaved head. HARS may have fled to Texas or Mexico. Caution: ELBY JESSIE HARS, a convicted child sex offender, is currently wanted for his alleged involvement in sexual activity with a minor girl. The crime occurred in Richland County, South Carolina, in 2000. A state arrest warrant was issued in April of 2000 by a Richland County General Sessions magistrate after HARS was charged with multiple counts of criminal sexual conduct with a minor, second degree. In March of 2001, HARS was charged federally with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution by the United States District Court, District of South Carolina, and a federal warrant was issued for his arrest. Should be considered armed and dangerous. Number 7. Roger Dale Parham. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, rape, failure to appear. Alias: Roger D. Parham. Date of birth used July 21, 1946. Place of birth Arkansas. Hair: brown. Eyes: blue. Height 5 foot 10 inch. Weight 225 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white. Occupation: computer-related work. Nationality: American. NCIC number W950143040. Remarks: Parham is described as being very charming. Parham reportedly has an interest in photography as well as fixing and selling antiques. He prefers odd jobs so that he can get paid in cash. Parham is believed to have fled the state of Arkansas. He may have traveled to Mexico. Caution: on November 21, 1998, Roger Dale Parham was arrested for rape involving a minor. He was subsequently released on bond with conditions by the Circuit Court of Sebastian County, Arkansas, Fort Smith District. Parham's bond was revoked after he failed to appear on the charge of rape. On June 3, 1999, a bench warrant was issued for his arrest. A federal arrest warrant was issued by the United States District Court, Western District of Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas, on September 10, 1999, after Parham was charged federally with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Number 8. Bruce Emerson Sawhill. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, failure to appear, statutory sodomy first degree. Aliases: Bruce Sawhill, John Sawhill, John C. Sawhill. Dates of birth used December 24, 1952, February 24, 1952. Place of birth Missouri. Hair: brown. Eyes: blue. Height 5 foot 10 inch. Weight 195 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white. Occupation, construction, specifically drywall installer. Nationality, American. NCIC number W0905777041. Reward. The FBI is offering a reward of up to $25,000 for information leading to the location and arrest of Bruce SAWHILL. Remarks. In 2004 or 2005, SAWHILL could have traveled to the Pacific Northwest area, to include Oregon or Washington. Additionally, SAWHILL has reportedly grown marijuana in the past and could be working on a marijuana farm. SAWHILL also has false teeth, possibly upper and lower. Caution. Bruce Emerson SAWHILL, a convicted sex offender, is wanted for committing sexual acts on a minor. Approximately in 2001, SAWHILL allegedly sexually assaulted a young female child on more than one occasion, in Jefferson County, Missouri. SAWHILL had previously befriended the victim's parents and gained access to the victim. SAWHILL was subsequently charged in Missouri with 2 counts of statutory sodomy and released on bond pending a trial. SAWHILL failed to appear in court on the trial date. On June 5, 2006, a federal arrest warrant was issued for SAWHILL, and he was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Should be considered armed and dangerous. Number 9. Rene F. Ramirez. Possession and receipt of child pornography. Aliases. Rene Ramirez, Tutsita. Date of birth used October 19, 1982. Place of birth, Mexico. Hair. Black. Eyes, dark brown. Height 5 foot 8 inch. Weight 220 pounds. Sex. Male. Race, white, Hispanic. Nationality, Mexican. NCIC number W6424158848. Remarks. Ramirez is known to wear eyeglasses. He speaks both English and Spanish. He has ties to the Bronx, New York and Mexico. Ramirez is skilled in the use of computers and may frequent social networking sites. Caution. Rene F. Ramirez is wanted for his alleged involvement in the possession and receipt of child pornography. From approximately June of 2007 through December of 2009, it is alleged that Ramirez was involved in the trafficking of child pornography, via computers, in the New York City area. A federal arrest warrant was issued for Ramirez in the United States District Court, Southern District of New York, on March 7, 2011, after he was charged with possession and receipt of child pornography. Number 10. Jeffrey Dean McDaniel. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, sex crimes, child custody deprivation. Aliases. Jeffrey Dean McDaniel, Jr., Jeffrey D. McDaniel. Date of birth used March 14, 1967. Hair. Brown. Eyes, brown. Height 5 foot 11 inch. Weight 190 pounds. Sex. Male. Race, white. Occupation: McDaniel may be working in the computer industry. Scars and marks. McDaniel has the following tattoos: several skulls, one wearing a helmet, and 3-inch roses on vines on his chest, a solar system design featuring multicolored planets from his wrist to his elbow on his left forearm, an Egyptian pharaoh on his right bicep, a door hinge on the inside of his right elbow, old swastikas on both forearms, blacked over, but still visible, a dagger on his left wrist with S and J on either side of it, lightning bolts on the fingers of his left hand, a green wedding band on his left ring finger over the word Michelle, a dot on the web of his right hand, X inside a circle on the inside of the web of his left hand, a snake winding through a skull on his right calf, Shelley above his right knee, MBM in Old English letters above his left knee, and the image of Fred Flintstone elsewhere on his body. NCIC number W0716284228. Remarks. McDaniel may be living in Mexico. He may be interested in tattoo artistry. Caution. Jeffrey Dean McDaniel is wanted in Placer County, California, for his alleged repeated sexual contact with a minor female relative. The girl was 13 years old at the time of the abuse. In September of 1998, McDaniel left the area with the girl, and her whereabouts remained unknown until she was located in Mexico in September of 2000. According to the girl, McDaniel had traveled with her throughout California and Nevada before ending up in Mexico. McDaniel continued to sexually assault the girl, which resulted in a pregnancy. McDaniel's whereabouts remain unknown. On February 28, 2001, an arrest warrant was issued for McDaniel after he was charged with child custody deprivation. A federal arrest warrant was issued in May of 2001, and McDaniel was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Number 11. Gerardo CRUZ-HERNANDEZ. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, forcible rape, rape of a child, statutory sexual assault, involuntary deviate sexual intercourse, unlawful contact with a minor, indecent assault, simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, terroristic threats, corruption of minors. Aliases. Gerardo CRUZ-HERNANDEZ, Gerardo H. Cruz, Gerardo Hernandez Cruz. Dates of birth used: November 22, 1983, November 22, 1987. Place of birth: Mexico. Hair: black. Eyes: brown. Height 5 foot 11 inch. Weight 200 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white, Hispanic. Nationality: Mexican. NCIC number W972765319. Remarks. CRUZ-HERNANDEZ has ties, and may have fled, to Mexico. Caution. Gerardo CRUZ-HERNANDEZ is wanted for the alleged sexual assault of a female victim from 2011 to 2014 while she was between the ages of 12 and 15. A state arrest warrant was issued for CRUZ-HERNANDEZ by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, County of Montgomery, Norristown, Pennsylvania, on January 17, 2014, after he was charged with multiple counts of forcible rape, rape of a child, statutory sexual assault, involuntary deviate sexual intercourse, unlawful contact with a minor, indecent assault, simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, terroristic threats, and corruption of minors. A federal arrest warrant was issued by the United States District Court, Eastern District of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, on January 28, 2015, after CRUZ-HERNANDEZ was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Number 12. Gerardo Beltran. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, lewd and lascivious act with a child under 14. Aliases. Gerardo Beltran Rico, Gerardo Rico. Date of birth used: January 16, 1957. Place of birth: Mexico. Hair: black. Eyes: brown. Height 5 foot 7 inch. Weight approximately 150 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white, Hispanic. Occupation: Beltran has previously held a position as a Catholic priest. Nationality: Mexican. NCIC number W2677477279. Remarks. Beltran may have fled to southern Mexico. Caution. Gerardo Beltran is wanted for alleged lewd and lascivious conduct with 4 female victims under the age of 14 during 1991. Beltran held a position as Catholic priest in 2 Sacramento, California, parishes, which he used to gain the trust of the families of the victims. A local arrest warrant was issued for Beltran on February 10, 1992, by the Sacramento Municipal Court after he was charged with 4 counts of lewd and lascivious acts with a child under the age of 14. During the course of the investigation, Beltran fled, and on June 17, 2005, a federal warrant was issued for his arrest by the United States District Court, Eastern District of California, Sacramento, California, after he was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Number 13. Jerold C. Dunning. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, lewd and lascivious behavior on a child, failure to appear. Aliases: Jerold Chester Dunning, Jerry Dunning, C. J. Dunning, J. R. Dunning, Jr. Dunning, Jerold Chester Dunning, Jr. Date of birth used December 7, 1959. Place of birth, Michigan, USA. Hair: brown. Eyes, brown. Height 5 foot 7 inch. Weight 170 pounds. Sex: male. Race, white. Occupation, ship/boat builder. Nationality, American. Scars and marks: Dunning has a scar above his left eye. NCIC number W0571455730. Remarks: Dunning is known to have experience working with fiberglass used for building boats. Dunning enjoys outdoor activities such as four-wheeling, camping, fishing, and skiing, water/snow. He owns several guns for recreational purposes. He reportedly has never been violent. Dunning has ties to Florida and Tennessee. Dunning may have fled from the United States to Brazil. Caution: Jerold C. Dunning is wanted for his alleged involvement in lewd activities with a child under the age of 16, in St. Petersburg, Florida from 1996 to 1998. Dunning was arrested on October 14, 1998, and subsequently released on bond. His trial was scheduled for June 29, 1999, but he failed to appear in court. Dunning was charged with lewd and lascivious behavior upon a child, and a state warrant was issued for his arrest by the Circuit Court, Pinellas County, Florida, on June 29, 1999. A federal arrest warrant was subsequently issued for Dunning by the United States District Court, Middle District of Florida, after he was charged federally with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Number 14. Gregory Robert Whitehead. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, sexual exploitation of children, soliciting for child prostitution, inducement of child prostitution, criminal attempt to commit sexual assault, failure to appear. Alias: Greg Whitehead. Date of birth used May 18, 1962. Place of birth, California. Hair: brown, mostly bald. Eyes blue. Height 6 foot 2 inch. Weight approximately 180 pounds. Sex: male. Race white. Nationality American. Scars and marks: Whitehead has scars on his left finger and abdomen. NCIC number W624673159. Remarks: Whitehead may wear contact lenses or glasses. Caution: In October of 2007, Gregory Whitehead allegedly lured two young girls to his home under the ruse of using them for house cleaning services. It was reported to the Colorado Springs Police Department that two teenage girls were sexually assaulted by Whitehead. While at his Denver home, Whitehead allegedly served the girls alcohol, took nude and graphic photos of them, and paid them for their sexual favors. Whitehead was arrested in Colorado Springs, Colorado, for the following crimes: sexual exploitation of children, soliciting for child prostitution, inducement of child prostitution, criminal attempt to commit sexual assault, and sexual assault. On January 4, 2008, Whitehead failed to appear at a hearing and the state district court issued a failure to appear warrant for his arrest. On June 26, 2008, Whitehead was charged federally with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution by the United States District Court, District of Colorado, and a federal warrant was issued for his arrest. Number 15. FRANTZ DIEUDONNE. Transporting a minor in interstate commerce with the intent to engage in sexual activity, traveling in interstate commerce with the intent to engage in sex with a minor, failure to appear. Date of birth used June 20th, 1969. Place of birth Haiti. Hair black. Eyes black. Height 5 foot 7 inch. Weight 145 pounds. Sex male. Race black. Occupation chemist, nursing assistant. Nationality Haitian. Scars and marks. DIEUDONNE has a scar on his right wrist. NCIC number W8848566637. Remarks. DIEUDONNE has ties to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Utah. Caution. FRANTZ DIEUDONNE is being sought for his alleged involvement in sex-related crimes with a minor, after being indicted in Illinois on October 1, 2002, and in Utah on February 26, 2003. From November of 2001 through May of 2002, DIEUDONNE allegedly traveled across state lines from Pennsylvania to Utah to engage in sex with a 15-year-old minor. On June 1, 2002, DIEUDONNE was arrested in North Aurora, Illinois, for allegedly transporting a minor in interstate commerce with the intent to engage in sex and was released on bond 1 week later. DIEUDONNE was scheduled for a pretrial motion on September 22, 2003, in the Northern District of Illinois, but he failed to appear, and a bench warrant was issued for his arrest. DIEUDONNE also failed to appear for trials, which were scheduled for October 20, 2003, in Salt Lake City, Utah, and November 3, 2003, in Chicago, Illinois. Number 16. JUAN NAJERA QUEZADA. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a child. Alias. JUAN QUEZADA. Date of birth used July 11, 1958. Place of birth Mexico. Hair black. Eyes brown. Height 5 foot 0 inch to 5 feet 4 inches. Weight 155 to 165 pounds. Sex male. Race white, Hispanic. Occupation QUEZADA previously worked in landscaping. Nationality Mexican. NCIC number W914441557. Remarks. QUEZADA previously lived in Chicago, Illinois, and may have ties to Northwest Indiana and Mexico. Caution. JUAN NAJERA QUEZADA is being sought for his alleged involvement in the sexual abuse of a 6-year-old female in Chicago, Illinois in June of 2007. In August of 2007, QUEZADA was arrested by Chicago Police Department officers after he was identified as having sexually assaulted the child, who lived in the same apartment building as him. At the time of the incident, QUEZADA resided with a woman who ran a daycare service out of the home. QUEZADA failed to appear following his release on bond from the arrest, and is also being sought for questioning in connection with the sexual assault of another child while out on bond. QUEZADA was charged with aggravated criminal sexual abuse of a child by the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, and a state warrant was issued for his arrest on September 30, 2008. On February 9, 2012, QUEZADA was charged in the United States District Court, Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division, Chicago, Illinois, with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. Should be considered armed and dangerous. Number 17. GERARD BOGUSLAW ZALEWSKI. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, failure to appear, involuntary deviate sexual intercourse. Aliases. Gerard B. Zalewski, Gerard Zalewska. Date of birth used June 26, 1983. Place of birth Poland. Hair blonde. Eyes blue. Height 5 foot 8 inch. Weight 140 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white. Nationality: Polish. NCIC number W410489124. Remarks: Zalewski has ties to Poland as well as New Jersey and Arizona. Caution: Gerard Boguslaw Zalewski is wanted for failing to appear at his March 29, 2006, sentencing hearing for committing involuntary deviant sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old female victim in June 2004, in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. On November 14, 2004, Zalewski pled guilty to 1 count of attempted involuntary deviant sexual intercourse and 1 count of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse. Zalewski failed to appear at a March 29, 2006, sentencing hearing. He was sentenced in absentia to serve 5 to 20 years in a state correctional institution and was given until March 31, 2006, to turn himself in. When he did not appear, a local arrest warrant was issued for Zalewski by the County of Montgomery, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Norristown, Pennsylvania, after he was charged with default in required attendance. On May 15, 2006, a federal arrest warrant was issued for Zalewski by the United States District Court, Eastern District of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, after he was charged with unlawful flight to avoid confinement for involuntary deviant sexual intercourse and unlawful flight to avoid prosecution for failure to appear for confinement on those charges. Number 18. William Willingham. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, kidnapping, rape. Date of birth used June 21, 1961. Place of birth Memphis, Tennessee. Hair: black. Eyes: brown. Height 6 foot 1 inch. Weight 180 pounds. Sex: male. Race: black. Occupation: welder, tractor driver. Nationality: American. Scars and marks. Willingham has the following tattoos on his left forearm: the word Gemini, a circle with a symbol inside, and a circle with a cross inside. He also has 2 unidentified tattoos on his left bicep. NCIC number W521290111. Reward: the FBI is offering a reward of up to $10,000 for information leading to the arrest of William Willingham. Remarks: Willingham has ties to Memphis, Tennessee. He may travel to Arkansas and Alabama. He reportedly is a heavy drinker and uses drugs. He is known to carry a 12-inch knife. Caution: William Willingham is wanted for kidnapping and rape in Tate County, Mississippi. On December 22, 1998, Willingham is alleged to have tied up his girlfriend in her bedroom at her residence and proceeded to the next room to rape her daughter. Willingham's girlfriend managed to free herself and went to the aid of her daughter. However, Willingham allegedly brandished a knife and forced his girlfriend back into her room. He then returned to the room of his girlfriend's daughter and allegedly continued to rape her. Willingham soon fled the residence. On March 4, 1999, Willingham was indicted by a Tate County, Mississippi grand jury for statutory rape and kidnapping. A federal arrest warrant was subsequently issued after Willingham was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Should be considered armed and dangerous. Number 19. Reichert. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution, criminal attempt with intent to commit the crime of involuntary deviant sexual intercourse, criminal solicitation with the intent of promoting or facilitating the commissions of the crime of involuntary sexual intercourse, indecent assault, corruption of a minor, endangering the welfare of children. Date of birth used September 16, 1945. Place of birth Ohio. Hair: gray. Eyes: gray. Height 5 foot 10 inch. Weight 150 pounds. Sex: male. Race: white. Occupation: Reichert has been employed as a technician in a recording studio. He also has operated an amusement arcade and invented a board game that was sold commercially. Nationality: American. Scars and marks: none known. NCIC number W687345809. Reward: the FBI is offering a reward for information leading to the arrest of Reichert. Remarks: Reichert is skilled in electronics, specifically musical equipment. He has been known to wear wire-rimmed glasses and have his hair in a ponytail. Reichert may travel to Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, Canada, and Europe. Caution: Reichert is wanted for the alleged sexual abuse of 2 juvenile males, ages 14 and 10, over a 2-year period at his apartment in Collegeville, Pennsylvania. Reichert had cared for the boys while a relative was receiving medical treatment. The boys also visited him on weekends and accompanied him on camping trips. On September 28, 1990, Reichert was charged with criminal attempt with intent to commit the crime of involuntary deviate sexual intercourse, criminal solicitation with the intent of promoting or facilitating the commissions of the crime of involuntary sexual intercourse, indecent assault, corruption of a minor, and endangering the welfare of children by the Collegeville Police Department, Collegeville, Pennsylvania, and a state warrant was issued for his arrest. On March 31, 1992, a federal arrest warrant was obtained for Reichert after he was charged with unlawful flight to avoid prosecution in the United States District Court, Eastern District of Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.